and welcome to week 3 of our 6-week summer challenge. I wonder how you are doing with your consistency. We started this journey and this challenge not necessarily in order to get super fit in a 6-week period, but really to get super consistent with a daily habit of 20 minutes of what I'm calling self-care and health-care. And what we've designed together is this get back up drill, and then 10 minutes of outdoor time, and then 2 minutes of standing at the wall. And that certainly can be many different combinations of things depending on what you need, what your body needs, and how you want to spend that 20 minutes. I thought it would be a great idea to work on our mobility with that get back up drill, because that's an area of our fitness that we normally neglect and that can pay dividends if we are starting another program like a weightlifting program or a running or walking program, or even a swimming program. And then I thought it would be great for all of us to get outside for 10 minutes, because we know that being outside in nature can really reduce our stress level and reduce those dangerous levels of cortisol that can sabotage our efforts when it comes to exercise. And then I love standing at the wall, because it's a great way to put us into proper alignment with ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips, and hips over heels, which not only looks great from a posture standpoint, but it's going to make you feel great when your head is no longer forward, putting stress on your neck, or when your hips are no longer tilted, putting stress on your lower back and your knees. So there's reason that we're doing these three elements of the challenge, but again, if you know there's something different than your body needs, that is totally okay. I also want you to make sure that you're doing your measurements. Now, week 3 is not a measurement week on your measurement sheet, but I do want you to keep up with those. And if it's not the entire list of measurements, at least pick a few that you know that you need to keep track of. Maybe it's keeping track of that 1 mile walk time, or maybe it's keeping track of your blood pressure. Depending on what you know your risks and your health issues are, keep track of those measurements, because that's a big element of staying motivated, but it's also a big element of the aging strong process. We don't want these numbers to creep up on us or cause problems when they get too far out of control. So, with all of that said, let's go ahead and do this week's challenge. A little variation this week on the get back up drill. We're going to take left hand and put it on right knee, and it's going to stay there for the entire drill. So things are getting even more interesting here, and I want you to notice and be aware of all the different movements that are happening and all the different joint mechanics that are required to do this drill, especially when I have my left hand on my right knee. So just like always, we start on our back, and I'm going to keep that left hand on my right knee the whole time. And just pause here as long as you need, and then work at getting back up. And there are no rules here. There's no rules that you can't use your hands. There's no rule that you have to do it quickly. And then once you get back up, start thinking about your next move, and always think 1 or 2 steps ahead. So what's required? Look at all the bending at my ankles, knees, hips. And then look at the stability that's required in this right hand to get me down. So there's a lot of great stuff going on here in the joints and the muscles, but I'm working as a whole body unit, and that's just so functional and so important. And then I'll go to my left side, give myself some room here, and just lie for a minute and see, where you need to make your next move to start the get back up process. I'm going to go here. And then last one is down on the belly. And if for some reason you can't do it this way, it's okay to switch hands. It's okay to do it to the couch. It's okay to do it to the bed. But the real point is just exploring some of these strange, atypical movement patterns that your body is certainly capable of, but not necessarily used to doing. So after the get back up, you're going to go outside. It's a rainy day here in Lexington, so I'm going to put on my rain hat and my raincoat and my rain boots and just scamper outside in the rain for 10 minutes. and with my dog, who doesn't look up for the task either. And then I'm gonna go to the wall and do my 2 minutes. And today, what we're gonna add is some diaphragmatic breathing. So same rules, I start with my feet about hip distance apart. And when I say hip distance, that means hip sockets. So my feet are directly under my hips. My toes are pointed straight ahead, and I look at that ring toe or the fourth toe to make sure my alignment is right. Then I back my heels up. I back both of my buns up. I pull my shoulder blades back. I retract my chin so the back of my head is on the door. And I'm going to place my palms on the door. And then one more little pull back with the shoulder blades. So this is always our start position for standing at wall. You should have a little space in the back of your neck, and you should have a little space in the lower back. Today we're going to add some diaphragmatic breathing. Now remember, the diaphragm starts here at the xiphoid process right there under your sternum, and it cuts our body in half and then attaches at our lumbar vertebrae. So it's a nice big broad muscle, and as we inhale, that diaphragm goes down so that my lung capacity fills with air, and as we exhale, the diaphragm goes up and pushes all the air out of us. So to feel that, I want you to place your right hand on your belly, and as you inhale, really let that right hand expand. So inhale, and then exhale. And as you exhale, that right hand should compress, not necessarily sucking in your abs, but allowing that diaphragm to lift up. And it's very uncommon for us to want to push our belly out. Most exercises are telling us to suck it in, but we're going to push it out as we inhale, and then exhale. And try to do it all through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Expand the belly, exhale, and compress. And don't worry about what your abs look like right now. We're trying to strengthen the breathing mechanism down there in the diaphragm. Inhale and expand. Exhale. And see if you can challenge yourself to breathe in on maybe a 4 count. And hold there for 4 seconds. And then exhale on a 4 count. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we'll do one more together. Inhale on a 4 count. And exhale. And then after you tire of the diaphragmatic breathing, if you still have some time left at standing at wall, you can go back to that glute squeezes that we did in week number 2. Or you can just finish with a nice meditation and calm moment. Just 2 minutes to yourself, standing here in the safety of the door, realigning and rebalancing for the day. So that's our week 3 challenge. Get all of those activities jotted down on your activity tracker. Holler if you have any questions at all. And tomorrow I'm going to come back and let you know of some end of week opportunities that you can get in on to get some one-on-one coaching with me and interact with some of the other group members. So stay tuned for that. Hope you have a great day.